I'm building the craziest Minecraft city all before the end of the year. Why? Well, I've only posted 7 videos this year, and I'm making up for it by posting every 3 days. But we're gonna have to ramp it up even more because we're running out of time. Welcome back to the hardcore world. In our last episode, we built up this clock tower here, which I am very happy with, especially this color combination. We've spent the last couple weeks building a whole bunch of these houses in the city, and we're making pretty good progress, but I want to speed it up even more by taking out a big portion of the marked area. I want to work on this little city street here with these 3 different buildings. We'll have a tower, a middle building here, probably with an acacia roof, and then this one right here. I'm thinking of adding some sort of brown terracotta, brown concrete roof. In terms of what the rest of the build is going to look like, we're going to find out because I don't plan any of these builds if you didn't know. I want to test the combination real quick. If we make some white terracotta, I want to figure out what blocks look good with that. Maybe diorite works? Not really. Or birch? That's still not really it either. That's actually not too bad. That might work. Not perfect. The reason is I'm thinking the white terracotta will look pretty good with acacia. Yeah, that looks not too bad. So we got to figure out what's going to look good with the white terracotta, but we can worry about that a little later. Before we do any building today, I think what we need right here is a nice big tree, actually. If we head over to my creative world real quick and fly over here to where I'm building these trees, you can see I already have a bunch of tree designs planned out here. And I think I want to build this one inside of our world, or maybe this one. We'll see which one's size fits better. I can't really picture it right now. And the best way for us to copy this over is to use Lightmatica. Let me show you. Here it is. This is a small one. Let's see how this looks in the world. This just gives us a blueprint, and we actually have to build it ourselves. I like that. I don't know if this is too big. It kind of blocks the view. There's also a part of me that likes having it block house like that. You know what? I like it right there way better. Let's build it right there. I can't imagine we have that many azalea. No, not really. And then in terms of granite, that'll be enough. Because if you didn't notice, we're using granite for the trunk, which is a little weird, but it also looks cool. Looks like a skinnier trunk. And if we look at our materials list, we need exactly 59 azalea leaves and 17 acacia leaves for this tree. So we should be able to get that with just a couple trees chopped down. All right, let's hop into a time lapse and get this tree built up. Yeah, I think that was the perfect spot to put this tree. It doesn't block too many of our line of sight, and I think it helps. And I think before there was this kind of awkward spot here, but now it's filled up. And over time, once we start adding more trees, it's gonna add so much life to this city. Because right now, it feels pretty lifeless with these empty, undetailed areas we gotta get back to. But let's get right back to our city street. I think for the tower, I want to go for a cobblestone, mossy cobblestone style. Let's see if we have everything we need. We got plenty of moss. Okay, so we can actually combine one of these stacks of moss with cobblestone, and this is actually the easiest way to get mossy cobblestone. I'm wrong. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's similar, just like that. Then I'll take some regular cobblestone, then we'll move up into stone, I suppose. I think that'll be good. That's very tall, but I think it'll work. Let's actually put andesite up here at the very top of the tower. I can't tell if this is too tall or not, but I think it'll be okay once we have the rest of these built up. I think the gradient on this tower turned out great. And for the roof, I think I want to use deep slate, like the really dark deep slate and then the lighter deep slate. So let's put a ring of deep slate tiles, that is. And then we'll put the lighter deep slate along the sides. Then at the very top, we'll do wall, fence, and lightning rod. And water bucket clutch. Hold on, something's off about it in my opinion. Let's go back up. Like this, maybe? Yeah, that's way better. It looks way more smooth. And of course, we'll put windows and details on this at the end. But right now, we need to build 2 more houses. Build number 2 here is going to start with a deep slate base. And to make it a little easier to place the deep slate like on its side like that, we're going to put a wall of dirt back here temporarily. Deep slate bricks, and then a gradient of these like that. We can make sure, of course, we do that on all sides, just repeating with the dirt. Now we gotta frame out the second floor with spruce, which I'm really hoping I have. Ooh, okay, that be enough? Probably not. It's worth a try. And I'm seeing these barrels. I want to try to use barrels too. Okay, I'm liking this. If we put some fence posts too here, I think that adds quite a bit as well. We'll do the same thing at the back. Now let's fill in between these walls with some sandstone. I know we just used some sandstone on the last build, but that's all right. I think it's pretty normal to have some consistency with the block type. And plain villages like this, because realistically there's not that many plain colors like this we have to work with, so this will be fine. And then thankfully we have plenty of acacia wood, so we can go ahead and build a really plain roof for now, because I'm going to detail it later, don't worry. All right, yeah, that's not bad. It's kind of a weird shape, but overall I think it works. And we'll come back and detail it pretty much the exact same way we detailed that roof over there for our starter base. Now let's tackle this third house here. The actual one uses deep slate for the base, but I think instead we're gonna go with tough maybe. It's still pretty dark, but it's not exactly the same as this one, which is nice. All right, we'll go for some stone bricks here for the foundation like this. And I wish we had the tough bricks in the game right now, but we'll see. I'm not sure if that's too much of a contrast, to be honest. We'll stay with it for now, but we're probably gonna need to change it. We'll see how I end up liking it at the end. Okay, I think I figured out what I want to do for this. We're actually gonna make it 3 stories tall. So let's get this dark oak frame out. There we go. I think this is gonna work out. Let's finish this frame. This is what we've got, and I think it's a lot different from a lot of the other builds, but I think it fits in really well into the city. For the roof, I think a color that contrasts with the orange well, but also goes with the jungle is, let's grab some terracotta and blue dye, and we can look at this blue terracotta. It's not used a whole lot, pretty much due to the fact that there's no other variations of it, but I think just this on its own will work really well as a roof. Let's try it out. Looking good, but we need to figure out, let's start detailing this thing. Let's first figure out where we're gonna put windows. I'm gonna put 4 up there like that, and then we gotta figure out how to add windows to this weird one here. Maybe something like this and this. Yeah, those will work, and we'll put one in the middle too. Now we'll put one way up there on top of the tower, and we can copy the same pattern here on the back. I think we'll put some shutters on these windows here as a little bit of a new style. Okay, to work out these windows, let's pillar up and use full blocks this time. And then for some window framing, we're actually going to try to use mangrove wood. This is definitely something new, but I think it works well with the acacia. Yep, I think that works. To fill up this blank space on this wall right here, I think I'm going to put a chimney maybe right here will be good. We're going to use walls, which is something I don't normally do, but we're going to try it. We're at the point where we really just need to work on adding a few last details to this. Door built right there, and door number 2. We should also probably fill in the floor over here. Let's make it a little bit nicer inside here. And it's pretty tight in here, but for one day if we decide to come back here and build an interior on this, I think it can look really cool. This has been a pretty big episode, but one more final detail I need to add is detailing this roof. Check out this sight line. This is just such a cool angle of the village. And also, if we loop around here, this is a pretty cool view too, especially from a distance. And of course, we're going to come back in a future episode and work on detailing all the outer areas, but I want to put something here in this central market area. I think we should put a fountain here. What does that look like? I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna have to figure that out. And pretty much disregard where the coarse dirt is right now. This will probably all be coarse dirt, I imagine. So where's the center of this area? I'd say I'm about on it. This will be a pretty large part of the area, but I think I like it. This is just gonna involve adding some pretty intricate details here and seeing how we like it. I think this is a good shape, and in terms of details, something like this will be good. I think this might work once we get some water in there. Ooh, but I actually don't like how it covers up the sight line. So what if this is just like a pool of water? Maybe sort of a large well for this area, even though there's a river right next to it. We can just ignore that. Yep, this is a nice little detail that adds that really fills up this really open space. And I'm really excited to come back here in a few episodes and get this all detailed out. And with that, our build for this episode is complete. I'm so happy with how this helped fill out the city. And although it doesn't have an interior, the exterior is amazing, using a lot of cool color combinations like the mangrove and acacia and the blue terracotta, which is rarely seen on builds. It looks just as good from the back too, as it provides a nice backdrop for our storage system. And as we get more builds in here, this area is going to really feel tucked away and a really cool place to have our storage room. All that to say, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.